off-season summer mode. So let's go coast to coast. This is fun, checking in on vacations. Wemby, he was back home visiting the new NBA summer house in Paris, the immersive event. It brought some fans together. It's an entirely dedicated place for basketball, NBA culture. Kendrick Perkins is here. Do you think this is a clear signal that the NBA is saying, you know what, Wemby is the face?
Well, one, I'm mad I didn't get the invite, but two, yes, he's one of the faces. I don't believe it's going to be a face. It's faces, but yes, Wemby is one of those guys, and that 7'5", 7'6", whatever he is, he's very marketable. I heard he might have a shoe coming out as well. Malika, you gonna get your pair?
Yeah, Perkins Paris, Sacre Bleu. All right, back stateside, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was in the gym with his fellow teammates. He's been doing some intense hill workouts. We have some video of that as well. Monica, do you think that SGA is going to be the first player since Bird to win 3 straight MVPs?
Girl, so my first answer was an immediate no, and then I was hemming and hawing because could it be possible? I mean, obviously, you mentioned, historically, this is not done often. We've obviously had 8 different champions over the last 8 years. I feel like somebody's going to come to take this crown, but also I could be wrong. But if I had to bet, I think the guy that we started this segment with, Victor Wembanyama, is right there.
Oui. Speaking of MVPs, Steph Curry, he held a camp in New York with his alma mater, the Davidson Wildcats, getting some work in with the 2-time MVP. Perk, what are you expecting from Steph and the Warriors this season? Good coaching.
Well, I'm expecting them to make the playoffs through the play-in tournament. Steph Curry played at an all-NBA level last season when he was available. Steph is not going to waste time. Anytime he's on the floor, he's going to deliver. He's one of the few, like LeBron James, that has defeated Father Time. So I expect Steph to be Steph, just depending on how Jimmy Butler looked when he returned.
I don't know, Park, you saw, but there was a lot of weddings this weekend, including Cavaliers star Donovan Mitchell, Coco Jones. Congratulations to the newlyweds. They tied the knot. Plenty of NBA players were in attendance. Monica, are you more of an electric slide on the dance floor, or are you a Cupid shuffle? Wobble, maybe?
Give me an electric slide. And, JB, what's happening right now? This is terrifying. But I'm so happy for these two. Fun fact, I was at Essence Fest a year ago, and Donovan tipped me off that he was about to propose, and I was so happy for them. This is such a beautiful wedding.
I'm also so happy that we got a new meme unlocked here.
Jalen, what's happening here?
I love that he turns at the end and goes, Josh! Talking to Josh Hart. Jaylen Brown, though, was definitely invited in attendance. The new Sixers star, he was jumping out of a plane, though, in Egypt. I'm getting altitude sick just watching this. You've done this, right?
I have done this. Not in Egypt. I was in Virginia.
You know what? It's a no for me, dog, as Randy would say. Kevin Durant, though, he was asked this weekend about Philadelphia's new squad, including Jaylen Brown. Here's what KD had to say.
Last time they put 3 20-point scores on the team, they said it was unfair, which is the team I was on. Yeah. They got 4 25-point scores on this team. So hell yeah, I think they're going to be a contender, man.
I agree with Kevin Durant. So does Kendrick Perkins, because Perk put together his big list of teams in the East. The list was absolutely wild, but Sixers were number 1 as your best teams in the East. What's going to be their key to success?
Oh, it's going to be the connection between LeBron James and Joel Embiid. And here's the thing, right? It's more than one way to get to Walmart, okay? It's more than one way to get to Walmart. And it's more than one way. It's more than one way to use Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid has become a great passer over the last few seasons, and as we see the connection with him and LeBron in the Olympics, here we are again. Rebound, outlet. We know that LeBron James was one of the best last year for us getting out in transition. Joel Embiid unlocking a different version of himself. Here we go again. The post-entry pass. When Joel Embiid takes the crab dribble, he sees the triple team, not the double team. LeBron James, great at finding the gaps, cutting off the ball. So, again, everybody is talking about how is this offense going to work, but everybody is not highlighting how guys have grown up, like Joel Embiid, how at times you can use him as a passer, as that point center, and we know how great LeBron James is as far as his IQ and playing off the ball.
I just looked this up. There's more than one way to Walmart. This phrase has never been used.
I literally like, we just made that up. I thought you were going to say
more
skin
than
a
one
cat.
way to skin a cat.
Right.
That is a pure Perkism. That is just you, Kendrick Perkins. But to your point, there are people who react and say, okay, the Sixers team, how is it going to work? There's only one basketball. How are all these alphas going to fit together? What do you say to those folks, Monica?
Well, I think I agree with you, Perk, that it can work. I don't know if my key relationship is going to be the LeBron James, Joel Embiid thing, or the Tyrese Maxey, LeBron James, and somewhere in there you got to sprinkle in some Jaylen Brown as well. I have no doubt, though, that this is going to be a high basketball IQ group of guys. Nick Nurse is one of the more creative coaches that we've seen in the NBA, willing to do things that are so to speak out of the box, right? I just think this is going to be so fun. And the only hesitation that I have in terms of it hinging on Joel Embiid is just because of his history. Now, if he is healthy, that is a whole different layer for sure, Malika, without a doubt. But I think LeBron James allowing Maxey, Edgecombe, Brown to sort of run and dictate pace and not having to be a guy that carries a lot of weight because of the power of those guys, I think it's going to work well.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of how many games are going to get together in the regular season, because we know you can't just have instant oatmeal chemistry for these guys, especially at this point in their careers. You're going to need a little bit of a runway. But as we know now, there's more than one way to get to Walmart.
Girl,
in the WNBA. We had awesome games. We had a big move at the deadline. 5-time All-Star, 2-time champ Kelsey Plum traded from the Sparks to the Phoenix Mercury. More on that coming up. And then on the court, the spectacle. Olivia Miles continued to dazzle as she took down Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell in the Fever last night. Maybe a finals preview. We get to start talking like that because we're only 55 days away from the WNBA playoffs. Monica McNutt and I were in studio all weekend, and we thought let's take the party into today. Relived some of the action, including A'ja Wilson and the Aces taking on the Sky. Wilson drives. It's a layup with the left.
Yeah, she had a monster game in this one. 37 for A'ja Wilson, and this was a huge bucket late.
And then this was a huge play late. 3.2 seconds left to play in the fourth. Sky down 2, not anymore. Sydney Taylor comes off the screen, nails the 3. Here's how it sounded on the broadcast.
Cloud to inbound. Here comes Carrington off a pair of screens. It's Taylor. Catches for the win. Taylor. Oh! My goodness! Sydney Taylor hits the 3. Chicago flips their fortune, and they hit on their final shots.
And that, Monica, is the energy we're taking into a Monday.
Yes, indeed. That was an outstanding call. Shout out to my girl Isis Young also on that call as well.
The Liberty and the Mercury under 5 to go. DeWanna Bonner just rejected there by Brianna Stewart. And by the way, Stewie now moves up, passes Kia Stokes for the most blocks in franchise history. Sabrina Ionescu comes off the screen. This is what she does. Knocks down the 3. By the way, 3rd fewest games in WNBA history to reach 500 career three-pointers. Shooters shoot. To the Sun and the Wings. Sorry to step on you there. Dallas up big in this one. But Monica, did you see this? Okay, so Diamond Miller hits the 3 and then turns around. What do you think she says? It has the entire bench cracking up. I'm going to need to know.
That's a good question. I cannot decipher that one.
I'm going to need the receipts. Paige Becker's phone a friend. Just let us know what was said there. And then, the battle of the weekend. Olivia Miles, what can't she do?
Man, Malika, this young lady is, God, these finishes, man. It's the finishes to me.
Under 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Mitchell going at Miles. Here's what Miles had to say about the matchup.
She's so tough, man. Oh, my God. Kelsey Mitchell's really the one that's killing us right now. I'm just kind of in awe watching her. Like, this is low-key my welcome to the W moment, just trying to guard her.
It's the finesse and the honesty for Monica.
Yeah, man. These two have tremendous amount of respect for one another, and rightfully so. Kelsey Mitchell gave Olivia her praise when we sat with her at All-Star Weekend.
And these two went at it, but it was Olivia Miles and the Lynx that had the last lap. They keep on rolling, get the win 108-100 in this packed weekend of WNBA action. And then Dawn Staley had to take to social media and say, you know what, we've seen enough. We've seen enough. We're going to make her the logo in her rookie season.
Flawless silhouette, Malika. Like, this is just so well done.
The goggles, I love the nickname, the spectacle, but it's the team that's behind her as well, because, Monica, the Lynx have now rattled off 10 straight wins in a row. We were already talking about them as the standard bearer, but what did you learn about them over the weekend as we start really marching towards the playoffs?
I just am so excited to see the best of the combination of Miles and Nafisa Collier, who missed a chunk of the season with that injury to start the season. And despite despite her absence, this was still a team that is sitting atop the standings. When I think about those two really starting to gel, I think about the opportunity that Cheryl Reeve will also have to develop some more of her bench talent.
Yeah.
Because that starting group is going to be so solidified, how deep will this team actually be able to go as we approach the postseason?
And we saw the difference in their bench and the Indiana Fever's bench in this matchup because, okay, so we know, and we're going to talk about the tiers a little bit later in the show, we know that the Minnesota Lynx are up here. But the next closest team, tell me how close they are. Tell me when we get there. Are we there? Are we there? Are we there?
The first team I come to mind is Las Vegas for me. I do think Indiana is in my next tier, but when I look at the standards of what champions have had, and we saw it yesterday, and you could very easily say, okay, Indiana's on a road trip, they're a little bit tired, but I think their defense has been something that we've kept an eye on as a weakness all season.
It's not just something we've kept an eye on, it's something that Stephanie White has also said, we need to get to the middle of the pack if we are really going to make a push. But as you said, we have more time to talk about that a little bit later in the show. We had huge games this weekend, but we also got some big news. Kelsey Plum was traded to the Mercury for Monica Koa-Makani, a 2027 first-round pick and a 2028 second-rounder. And her new squad welcomed her already to the Valley. It looks like she's going to be wearing number 0 with her new team. Welcoming in my sister, Kendra Andrews, who is part of the reporting team that broke the news, joining us now. So, Kendra, I just want to take a little bit of the long view here because, yes, Kelsey Mitchell right now, she is with the Mercury, but she is a free agent this offseason. So do we expect her to stay with Phoenix long term?
Yeah, Malika, I'm told that Kelsey Plum does plan on going through the free agency process as, originally planned as free agents do. I'm also told this doesn't mean that Phoenix is out of the picture. If they are a team that wants to try to court her during the free agency process, make their pitch, try to bring her back, she will be all ears. However, she is still going to take calls from other teams that may reach out to her during that time. So, that was kind of the little bit of a risk, we'll say, if we want to call that, for the Phoenix Mercury to go after someone with just a couple really months left on her contract. However, with a player like Kelsey, they're hoping that she can help them make.
The upcoming basketball season has all the ingredients for an incredibly competitive year. Established superstars are still performing at an elite level, while a new generation of players is quickly becoming so impossible to ignore. That combination makes the future of the league especially exciting. Philadelphia stands out as one of the biggest stories because of the amount of talent on its roster. Having several high-level offensive players creates tremendous possibilities. But it also means the coaching staff must find the right balance. Their success will depend on how effectively those pieces complement one another. The NBA's future also looks increasingly connected to young stars who can become global icons. Players with extraordinary talent and personality have the opportunity to expand the league's popularity around the world. The next generation could eventually redefine who represents the NBA. The MVP race should be another major storyline. Dominant players are facing more competition from rising stars, making it difficult to predict who will control the award conversation. A strong season from one emerging superstar could completely change the league's hierarchy. Meanwhile, the WNBA continues to show how much depth and talent it has across the league. Young players are making immediate impacts. Veteran stars remain dominant, and teams are making aggressive moves to strengthen their playoff chances. The competition should become even more intense as the postseason approaches. Ultimately, basketball is entering a period where almost every major storyline feels connected to the future. Superstar teams, emerging talent, MVP battles, and playoff races are creating plenty of reasons to watch closely. The biggest question is which players and teams will turn all that potential into something truly special.